Hey there, my wonderful friends. Welcome back to the channel, where we're all about helping you live your best life, especially in your golden years. Have you ever had that moment when you feel something's not quite right with your body? Maybe it's a little ache, a dip in energy, or just a nagging feeling that something's off. It's so easy to brush it off and say, "Oh, that's just part of getting older." But today, I'm here to tell you why that could be a big mistake. Your body is always sending you signals, and after 70, those signals are more important than ever. In this video, we're diving deep into 6 critical health warning signs that seniors should never ignore. These aren't just random symptoms I'm throwing out there. They're backed by solid science, medical research, and real-life stories from people just like you who've learned to listen to their bodies. Ignoring these signs could lead to serious health problems down the road, but catching them early, that could be a game changer. It could help you stay independent, active, and full of life for years to come. Stick with me until the end, because I'm going to share practical, easy-to-follow tips on what to do if you notice these signs, plus inspiring stories of seniors who turned their health around by paying attention. By the end of this video, you'll feel empowered to take charge of your health and live your best life. Let's dive in. Let's kick things off with the first warning sign: unexplained weight loss. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Losing a few pounds sounds like a win. And sure, if you're trying to shed some weight with a healthy diet or exercise, that's great. But if the pounds are dropping off without any changes to your routine, that's a red flag you can't ignore. After 70, unintended weight loss could point to serious issues like thyroid problems, diabetes, digestive disorders, or even early signs of cancer. A 2019 study in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that seniors who lost 5% or more of their body weight in a year without trying were at a significantly higher risk for health complications. That's not something to shrug off. Let me share a story about Helen, a 72-year-old from New York. Helen started noticing her clothes were getting looser, even though she hadn't changed her eating habits or started exercising more. At first, she thought it was a happy accident. Maybe her metabolism was speeding up, but deep down, she felt something wasn't right. Her daughter noticed Helen seemed more tired than usual and pushed her to see a doctor. Good thing she did. It turned out Helen had an overactive thyroid, a condition that was causing her weight loss and fatigue. With the right medication and some simple dietary tweaks, Helen got back to a healthy weight and felt more energetic than she had in years. She told me, "I didn't realize how much my body was trying to tell me until I listened." Helen's story is a reminder that unexplained weight loss isn't something to celebrate if it's happening out of the blue. It could be your body's way of waving a warning flag. The good news is that catching it early can lead to treatments that make a big difference. Ignoring it, though, could let a small problem turn into a much bigger one. What you can do: start by keeping an eye on your weight. Step on a scale once a month to track any sudden changes. If you notice a drop of 5 pounds or more without any explanation, don't wait. Make an appointment with your doctor. Write down any other symptoms you're experiencing, like changes in appetite, fatigue, or digestive issues, to give your doctor a full picture. Early action can help you get to the root of the problem and keep you feeling your best. Also, try to eat nutrient-dense foods like lean proteins, fruits, and vegetables to support your body while you figure things out. Next up is persistent fatigue. We all have days where we feel a bit tired, especially after a busy day or a restless night. But if you're feeling exhausted all the time, even after resting or getting a good night's sleep, that's a warning sign you shouldn't ignore. Chronic fatigue in seniors can be linked to serious conditions like heart disease, anemia, thyroid issues, or even depression. A 2020 study in the Lancet Healthy Longevity found that ongoing fatigue in older adults is often a sign of an underlying health issue that needs attention. It's not just about feeling sleepy. It's about your body saying, something's not right. I want to tell you about George, a 75-year-old from Texas. George was always the life of the party, gardening, volunteering at his local community center, and keeping up with his grandkids. But a couple of years ago, he started feeling so tired that he could barely make it through the day. He'd nap in the afternoon, but still felt drained. George thought it was just part of aging, but his wife wasn't convinced. She made him see a doctor, and it turned out George had anemia caused by a vitamin B12 deficiency. With a simple supplement and some changes to his diet, like adding more leafy greens and lean meats, George was back to his energetic self in just a few weeks. He told me, "I didn't realize how much I was missing out on until I got my energy back." Fatigue can sneak up on you, and it's easy to dismiss it as normal. But if it's stopping you from doing the things you love, like gardening, playing with your grandkids, or even just enjoying a walk, it's time to pay attention. Chronic fatigue can also affect your mood, your relationships, and your ability to stay independent. Don't let it rob you of your vitality. What you can do: don't just accept constant tiredness as part of getting older. Start by tracking how often you feel fatigued and whether it's affecting your daily life. Make a note of when it started and any other symptoms like dizziness or weakness. Talk to your doctor and ask for a blood test to check for things like anemia, thyroid problems, or vitamin deficiencies. In the meantime, focus on staying hydrated and eating a balanced diet with plenty of protein and whole grains. Even small changes, like drinking an extra glass of water or eating a handful of nuts, can help boost your energy while you wait for answers. Our third warning sign is shortness of breath during everyday activities. Maybe you're finding it hard to catch your breath while climbing a few stairs, walking to the mailbox, or even getting dressed in the morning. This isn't just a sign of being out of shape. Shortness of breath can point to serious issues like heart problems, lung conditions, or chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD. According to the American Heart Association, shortness of breath is a common symptom of heart failure, which affects over 6 million Americans, especially seniors. Let's talk about Maria, a 73-year-old from California. Maria loved spending her mornings in her garden, tending to her roses and vegetables. But she started noticing she was getting winded just pulling weeds or watering plants. She thought it was just her age catching up, but her son noticed she was breathing heavily even during light tasks. He urged her to see a doctor, and it turned out Maria had early-stage heart failure. With medication, a low-sodium diet, and some gentle exercise like walking, Maria's back to her gardening without gasping for air. She told me, "I feel like I got my life back, and I'm so grateful I didn't ignore it." Shortness of breath can be scary, especially if it's new or getting worse. It's not just about feeling uncomfortable. It can signal a problem with your heart or lungs, which are critical for keeping you active and independent. Don't wait to see if it goes away on its own. What you can do: pay attention when you feel short of breath and what you're doing when it happens. If it's happening during light activities, like walking or getting up from a chair, call your doctor right away. While waiting for your appointment, avoid heavy exertion and try simple breathing exercises, like taking slow, deep breaths for a minute or two. Your doctor might recommend tests like an EKG, chest x-ray, or a lung function test to figure out what's going on. In the meantime, keep your stress levels low and avoid smoky or polluted environments, which can make breathing harder. The fourth warning sign is frequent memory lapses or confusion. We all forget things sometimes, maybe where we parked a car or someone's name at a party. That's normal. But if you're noticing frequent forgetfulness, like missing appointments, losing things often, or feeling confused about simple tasks, that's a sign to take seriously. These could be early indicators of cognitive decline, dementia, or treatable conditions like a vitamin deficiency, medication side effects, or even depression. A 2021 study in neurology found that early intervention for memory issues can slow cognitive decline in seniors, giving you a better chance to stay sharp. I want to share a story about Robert, a 76-year-old from London. Robert was always sharp as a tack, but he started forgetting names, misplacing his keys, and even getting lost on his usual walk to the park. He laughed it off as senior moments, but his family noticed he was struggling with daily tasks, like paying bills or remembering conversations. After a visit to his doctor, Robert found out he had a thyroid issue that was affecting his memory. With treatment and some brain-boosting activities like crossword puzzles, Robert's mind sharpened up, and he's back to playing chess with his grandkids. He told me, "I was so relieved to know it wasn't just me getting old. There was something I could fix." Memory lapses can feel scary, especially when you start wondering if it's dementia. But not every memory issue is permanent or serious. The key is to catch it early and figure out what's causing it. Your brain health is just as important as your physical health, and you deserve to keep it strong. What you can do: start by keeping a journal of any memory lapses or moments of confusion. Note when it happened, how often, and what you were doing. Share this with your doctor and ask about tests for thyroid function, vitamin levels, or medication side effects. In the meantime, try brain-boosting activities like puzzles, reading, or learning a new skill, like knitting or playing a musical instrument. Staying mentally active can help keep your brain sharp, and it's fun too. Also, make sure you're getting enough sleep and eating brain-healthy foods like fish, nuts, and berries. Our fifth warning sign is persistent joint pain or stiffness. A little ache here and there is normal as we age, but if your joints are constantly stiff or painful, especially in the morning or after sitting for a while, that's a sign something might be wrong. This could be arthritis, osteoporosis, or even an autoimmune condition like rheumatoid arthritis. A 2020 study in arthritis care and research found that untreated joint pain in seniors can lead to reduced mobility, a higher risk of falls, and even depression. Let me tell you about Diane, a 71-year-old from Florida. Diane loved her daily walks with her dog, but her knees started hurting so much she could barely make it around the block. She thought it was just part of getting older and tried to push through the pain, but it got so bad she stopped walking altogether, which made her feel down and isolated. Her doctor diagnosed her with osteoarthritis and recommended physical therapy, gentle exercises, and a few dietary changes, like adding more anti-inflammatory foods. Within a few months, Diane's pain eased up and she's back to her walks, feeling happier and more active. She told me, "I wish I'd gone to the doctor sooner. I could have saved myself so much discomfort." Joint pain isn't something you have to just live with. It's a signal that your body needs help, and addressing it can keep you moving, active, and independent. Plus, staying mobile is key to enjoying your favorite activities, whether it's gardening, dancing, or playing with your grandkids. What you can do, don't ignore ongoing joint pain or stiffness. Track when it happens, how bad it is, and whether it's worse at certain times of the day. Try gentle stretches or warm compresses to ease discomfort, but make sure to see a doctor for a proper diagnosis. They might recommend physical therapy, medication, or supplements like glucosamine or omega-3s, depending on the cause. Staying active with low-impact exercises like swimming, walking, or chair yoga can also help keep your joints flexible and strong. And don't forget to maintain a healthy weight. Extra pounds can put more strain on your joints. Our final warning sign is changes in bowel or bladder habits. I know this one can feel a bit embarrassing to talk about, but it's so important to address. If you're noticing things like frequent constipation, diarrhea, blood in your stool, or trouble controlling your bladder, these could be signs of serious issues like colorectal cancer, urinary tract infections, or prostate problems in men. The American Cancer Society says that changes in bowel habits are one of the top warning signs for colorectal cancer, which is highly treatable when caught early. Ignoring these changes could mean missing a chance to catch something serious in its early stages. Let's talk about John, a 74-year-old from Chicago. John started noticing he was having more trouble with constipation and occasional blood in his stool. He was hesitant to bring it up, thinking it was just a normal part of aging or maybe something he ate. But his wife wasn't having it. She insisted he see a doctor. Good thing she did. John's doctor found an early-stage polyp that was easily removed during a routine colonoscopy. John's now back to his normal self, enjoying his daily walks and feeling relieved that he caught it early. He told me, "I was embarrassed at first, but I'm so glad I spoke up. It saved me from something much worse." Your digestive and urinary systems are like your body's alarm system. Changes in these areas are your body's way of saying, pay attention. Don't let embarrassment or fear stop you from getting help. Early detection can make all the difference, and it's worth a little discomfort to protect your health. What you can do, pay attention to any changes in your bathroom habits, like frequency, consistency, or discomfort. Keep a log of what's happening, when it started, how often it occurs, and any other symptoms like pain or blood. Share this with your doctor and don't be shy. They've heard it all before. In the meantime, stay hydrated, eat fiber-rich foods like fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, and avoid ignoring the urge to go. If you're a man, ask about prostate health. And for everyone, consider asking about a colonoscopy if you haven't had one recently. Taking action early can save you from bigger problems later. Before we wrap up, I want to share a bonus tip that ties everything together. listen to your body and act early. Your body is like a trusted friend. It's always trying to communicate with you. After 70, those messages become even more important. A 2018 study in the gerontologist found that seniors who sought medical advice early for unusual symptoms had better health outcomes and were able to maintain their independence longer. Think of it like catching a small leak before it turns into a flood. I love the story of Betty, a 78-year-old from Australia. Betty started noticing a mix of these warning signs: a bit of fatigue, some joint pain, and occasional memory lapses. She could have brushed them off as just aging, but she decided to be proactive. She went to her doctor, who ran tests and found a combination of vitamin deficiencies and early arthritis. With a tailored treatment plan, including supplements, physical therapy, and a few lifestyle changes, Betty's back to her active life. She volunteers at her local community center, spends time with her grandkids, and even started a walking group with her friends. Betty told me, "Listening to my body was the best decision I ever made. It gave me my life back." Betty's story shows that you don't have to wait until things get bad to take action. Small steps now can lead to big rewards later. Whether it's scheduling a checkup, starting a health journal, or making small changes to your routine, acting early can help you stay healthy, active, and independent for years to come. What you can do: make a habit of checking in with your body. Set a monthly reminder to review any unusual symptoms, like aches, fatigue, or changes in your routine. Don't be afraid to talk to your doctor. Even if the symptom feels minor, it's better to be safe than sorry. Keep a health journal to track changes and share it with your healthcare team. And don't forget to stay proactive. Eat well, stay active, and get regular checkups to catch any issues early. So, there you have it, my friends. 6 critical health warning signs that seniors should never ignore, plus a bonus tip to keep you proactive about your health. Let's recap: unexplained weight loss, persistent fatigue, shortness of breath, frequent memory lapses, persistent joint pain, and changes in bowel or bladder habits. These aren't just normal aging. They're your body's way of asking for help. By catching these signs early, you can protect your health, stay active, and keep doing the things you love for years to come. Stories like Helen's, George's, Maria's, Robert's, Diane's, John's, and Betty's show that listening to your body can make all the difference. I know it can feel scary or overwhelming to face these signs, but ignoring them is far riskier. You deserve to feel your best, no matter your age, and you have the power to take charge of your health. So I want to hear from you. Have you noticed any of these warning signs in your own life? Or maybe you've already taken steps to address them and have a story to share. Drop a comment below and let's start this conversation. Your story can inspire someone else to take action. If this video helped you feel more empowered about your health, please give a thumbs up, share it with someone you care about, and hit that subscribe button for more tips on living your best life. Your support means the world to this channel, and it helps us reach more people who need this advice. Don't wait another day to listen to your body and take charge of your health. You've got this, and I'm rooting for you. I'll see you in the next video.